Hi, Myra with Boutique Paint, working on some cute little heart decorations for Valentine's Day. And these are two that I've already baked because I'm using Sculpey today, which comes in little small packages. And I am using, I just got this off Amazon and I love it. You can adjust how thick you want to roll out in the kitchen dough, but in our case, clay, by taking off, excuse me, the end and pulling off all of these, and it shows you the different thicknesses. Today I'm going with a 1/8 inch, so you set those aside and just put this on. Screw this back on and you're set to go. This came with the rolling pin and this nice little mat, which is great for working with clay. Don't use your kitchen rolling pin for your crafts. These contain chemicals. You don't want to cross-contaminate your rolling pin with your food that you use with clays. So we're going to roll this out. Oops, sorry, I'm shaking the whole camera there. My brother-in-law was visiting for a family reunion, and he decided he wanted to make a pie for the family reunion. And at that time, my husband and I were flipping houses way back in the olden days when you used regular vinyl on floors and countertop material on your counters, that the laminate. And I had my rolling pin was in my work truck, and so he asked me where my rolling pin was, and I said, well, it's out in the work truck. And he's like, why is it in the work truck? It's a strange place for your rolling pin, but we used it all the time for work. So, and I didn't bake, I don't make pies, so it made sense at the time. I still don't bake, but cookies, I bake cookies. Okay, so rolled that out. Now we're gonna cut it out with a heart. Keep in mind that just because I'm showing you Valentine's ideas doesn't mean they are exclusive for Valentine's. You know, you could do this with a Christmas tree or a Christmas bell for the holidays, or any other holiday. This one, I'm going to use the Bohemian stamp. And just flip it over, and then we're going to roll with the rolling pin and just kind of medium pressure, just so we're making the impression into the clay. If I can pick up the plastic now. And there you go. See, it's been in the... And I'm going to use the end of a paintbrush just to put a hole in there. And because this is Sculpey, I'll have to run it into the house and throw it in the oven. And you put it in the oven for 15 minutes on 275 heat. And then it comes out nice and hard. I'm going to do one more, because this one I think I'm going to stamp it with a color. I'm still going to do other things with that to add color, but I just want to play with this. And I got a black fuzzy from my sweater on there. I think I'm going to do a smidge more. Okay. So I'm sure I'm not the only one that uses my rolling pin for things that maybe aren't normal. When you're done with this, anything left over, make sure you put it in a Ziploc or an airtight container so that it doesn't dry out on you. Let's see, I'm going to use, I've been pushing this. It's my favorite right now, from Pavo. It's being discontinued, but I love using the tail feathers. This is just such a pretty piece. So I'm going to use the ink that I made up for the pillow video, and the pillow I made, which is half tomato, half mixing white. Let's see, what part of this do I want to use? I think I want to use that part. And you can tell my stamp's still a little pink from, I haven't taken it into the house yet and really given it a good scrubbing. And then you can kind of just play with which direction you might want the impression to be. Once again, just kind of roll. You don't want to be pushing too hard that you misshape your heart, but you want enough to be able to make your impression. And that one actually stuck. So let's kind of cool. Not sure if I like it, but we'll see. We'll bake it up and see what it turns out like. Once again, I'm going to get the hole started. Did get a little bit misshapen. So I'm going to take these in the house and bake them, and I will be back. Okay, these just came out of the oven and let them cool a little bit, and they've hardened right up. This one, not sure if I like it or not, but we will see. I'm going to paint, let's see, I think I'm going to paint this one pink. This is DIY's Petticoat Pink. It's really a nice pink. Get the edges a little bit. I'll set that one aside, and I think we'll do one in the ivory. Let's see. I think I'm going to do this one in ivory. I'm not sure which one what color I should do the Bohemian quite yet. This one is Kindest Regards stamp I used. And you wouldn't necessarily need to paint these. You could just leave it like that and then do like a wax over the top, and then maybe a colored wax over the top of that. So maybe that's what we'll do. We'll paint this one pink, and then we'll do a white wax over it. And I will paint the back of these, but I'm not going to do it right now because I'm pretty sure you know how to paint the back if you can see me painting the front. Right? Right. Just trying to get into the little nooks and crannies. All right. Now I'm going to let those dry. And no, I won't make you watch paint dry, so I will turn off the camera, and I will be back with you once they're dry. Okay, I probably could have let you watch paint dry because I cheated and I used the hairdryer. So they're dry. I'm going to take a little bit of the DIY wax. I'm just going to put a coat over the top. That way when I put the colored wax on, if I don't like how much I put on, it's easy to take off. All right. Now I'm going to, let's see, on this one I'm going to use white wax, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use, well, I'll try the brush. Might go to my finger. Got little black fuzzies on there from the paintbrush. So you want to get the white kind of down in the crevices, because that's the part of the white we're going to keep. I'll grab a paper towel. I'm just going to wipe down the top so that the white stays in the crevices. Just like that. All right. I'm going to do the dark wax on this one, and I'm going to cheat, use the same brush. Now don't freak out, because it looks ugly at first when you're putting that dark wax on. Always make sure you got something underneath whatever you're working on, so that you can make a mess and not worry about it. Just give you newspapers. I use the 12 by 12 sheets, paper crafting sheets, but that's only because I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. I think it shows up a little bit better. Looks pretty good. All right, I'm going to flip this over so the mess stays not on the back sides of those. So now I'm going to add some string. And I think I will add a bead. Oh, there's my string. And this is something I just get at the dollar store. And these were just wooden beads that I painted. String that through. Is that how I want to do that? So there's a couple different ways you can do it. You could either have the knot at the top. You could put it through so it's at the back. I'll do it a couple ways. No, that doesn't work. Okay. So I'm going to get another piece of string. It's okay to, mess around with it and see what works and what doesn't. And get a little bit longer piece of string, first of all. So I'm not trying to... So I think what I normally do is I put it through the heart. Then I make a loop, pull that through, and we put the bead on. And tie the knot. And we're done. Just like that. Pretty cute, huh? You can find any of these products on our website at www.boutiquepaint.com. And thank you so much for joining me. Bye.